Hello, everybody. Welcome to our monthly installment of looking at how diversity, equity, and inclusion connects in with alignment to mission and vision. Now, usually we look at a lot of the social issues going on around, but I'd like to focus in really specifically today on how that's being applied in the work environment. All the things that have been going on socially have brought a lot of organizations into some activities that look to bring greater diversity, equity, and inclusion into the workplace. And I'd like to look at one area here that is systemic in holding back greater diversity, equity, and inclusion, but I'm not sure we'd look at it as quote unquote racist. And that is the HR hiring process. Now, all of us have seen either we've been on one side looking for the job and having to go and fill out an online application, or we're an HR individual using that tool, trying to streamline the process to help find quality individuals that meet the criteria that are listed out as needed to be successful in any particular position. Or we're the business leader that has obtained profiles from those that fit the criteria. Oftentimes I say that fit 12 out of the 10 criteria required for the job. It's gotten to be where this online tool, whether it be Indeed, whether it be Job Seeker or anything like that, LinkedIn, has functionality that looks to go and ferret out those individuals that do not specifically meet the criteria laid out by the organization. But if you take a look at the way that those job specs are constructed, it would be difficult to not see how those specifications most specifically tailor to white individuals and possibly even white male individuals. Now, if we look back at the beginnings of the process, that there's a new role or a replacement for someone that's left, they may just go back to the job description that happens to be available in their database or is used for similar marketer or sales manager or a director of accounting and finance that is in the system or can be pulled reasonably enough through resources that HR has. That these are the specific set of criteria that are needed to perform the specific tasks that are listed for the job. However, many underrepresented groups haven't had the opportunity to develop the experience and their expertise that's listed out in the job spec. Therefore, when they go through the application process, the computer just spits them out before HR has a chance to see anything. And when HR gets the results of all the work after they close the application down on the website, they find out that there's these set of individuals that happen to meet the criteria. What if you actually looked at the job spec and what was needed wrong? Hear me out on this. So let's say you have a product marketer role that is looking to go and effectively market a new product line and brand extensions that go into different segments of the market. Now, you may look for someone that's fresh out of MBA school with 3 to 5 years of experience in product marketing, whether it be consumer or business to business, knows their way through a CRM to be able to do lead generation campaigns, understands digital marketing to be able to go and set all that up, all these different criteria. And it's easy to say that's exactly what you want because that's what you've always looked for in a marketer. The market says this is what it needs, this is how much it pays, these are the expectations for what the role should be. But if you as an organization are looking to go and meet the needs of a more diverse market, wouldn't you want someone that has a more diverse view on the world than what you currently have? That see things from different perspectives, with different experiences of the same experiences, to be able to go and provide a more robust view on what is possible, to be able to go and connect with different markets than you've been engaged with in the past. So if you look at the overall objective of being able to go and reach a more diverse market, to be able to go and sell into new areas, wouldn't it be more important to have someone who possibly has a view into those diverse markets? That they don't necessarily have the MBA where they're taught very specific things out of the book philosophically, how to do different things, how to go and measure this, that, or the other thing. But they understand how to connect with people you want to connect with. If you're looking for leaders that are more diverse, because the organization's becoming diverse, the customers to which you're trying to serve and how you're trying to meet your mission has expanded in its segmentation, its personas and demographics. Instead of looking for that leader that has 15 years of experience specifically in your industry, doing all the things that you had already done, that you look for someone that can go and shake the boat, create some chaos, to get you to think differently about how you package, price, and promote what you have available. Wouldn't you want a leader that instead of doing the same things the same way at the same time, but with the competition and bring them into your organization, wouldn't you want someone who understands how to be able to go and connect with millennials and BIPOC individuals and LGBTQ+, that can go and stoke the unique traits and capabilities and intrinsic motivations of those individuals rather than someone who is constantly thinking the way that you've always thought. Now, it's interesting. Last month, actually in April, had a conversation with John Mulligan, COO of Target, who said, the easy problems have been solved. To be able to go and tackle the new problems, engage in the new opportunities, you need to have a more diverse workforce that thinks differently, processes differently, communicates differently. So if you're an HR person or if you're a leader, the first thing you want to do is to truly understand what objective that role, that team, the organization as a whole is looking to solve. How are you not meeting the mission, or how do you want to try and meet the mission? Through new resources. And from that higher level objective, instead of specifically saying they need to do these tasks and they need to have this education experience to do these tasks, how do you look for people to be able to help fulfill the mission? Your competitors will go and pass you by when they have a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive environment that helps them create products and services that help fulfill the needs of your customers better than you. Please lean on a cultural imperative that's separate than this is the way we do things. In fact, the way that you should be doing things is to regularly have conflict, have diversity of thought and input and conversation. To say this is the way the company has done things for years is no longer acceptable. The way to survive in today's market is to go and be agile to be creative, to empower, to be able to bring in diverse voices and encourage them to be able to go and involve themselves and their insights into the conversation to be able to make the whole organization more impactful, more mission driven, more successful. Now, I'm going to leave you today with this snippet from the CTO of 3M, John Banovitz. We were talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace and how the C-suite at 3M looks at it. He called having a diverse workforce at 3M an imperative. It was necessary for them to meet the mission. It is necessary to have a diverse, equitable, and inclusive workforce and culture for them to be able to meet their mission. Have a great day. Have a great week. Here's John Banovitz. How do the conversations at the C-suite level at 3M around DE&I look, and how does that group of individuals see DE&I as core to fulfillment of the vision of 3M?
Yeah, it's at 3M. So I'll go back to the vision, which is about technology, products, and innovation. And our fundamental business model is about creating differentiated products and using our technology to do that. I cannot create a differentiated product if I think and act in one way. If I do not have diversity across the R&D or across the 3M teams, there's no way we can create differentiated products or a differentiated service experience for our customers and deliver on our company mission. And that's actually the frame in which we talk about it. It's a business imperative for 3M to have DE&I involved and diversity around it, and diversity in a broad sense, because we have to reflect the organizations and the environments and communities in which we work. And for us, again, to create unique solutions and products into those environments and those communities, we need to have a diverse perspective and bring diversity into it. It's a competitive advantage for us.